just right when we start recording, we make the loudest swallowing noise. All right, let's vibe.
Loud swallows.
We're vibing. We're vibing. We're vibing?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome to Vinyl Reckoning. My name is Matt.
I'm Stacy.
Stacy said she wasn't going to remember the name, even though it's on my shirt. So we went to the Poorhouse Music Hall and Record Shop.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things,
It's a mouthful.
but it's a lot of things in the best way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's just kind of dive right into it, right? Walking to the store is an adventure.
It's cool.
If you're into Harry Potter, boy, do I have something for you. You walk down this hall. It is a long alleyway,
Kind of skinny.
and then it's like
Narrow.
a little narrow, skinny,
Yeah.
narrow, whatever.
Skinny little hallway.
Yeah, skinny little hallway.
Yeah.
There's some
Brick.
cool art on the walls.
Yeah.
Cool art on the walls. And you got to walk up these stairs, and then you are greeted to the upstairs of the Poorhouse, which is a record store and like a small bar. It is amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect
Same.
because it's three things.
Right.
It's a bar, it's a music hall, and it's a record store.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, they can't possibly focus on all of these things equally.
Right.
So you think in most cases, like they would just have like a little stack of records and be like, yeah, you can buy them if you want. Not the case. An amazing selection of new and used. I haven't been to a show there, neither of us have. We literally
Right.
moved here like 3 weeks ago. But I looked over, because from the record shop, you can actually look down and see the stage there. I looked over, it looks legitimate, it looks really, really cool. Let's talk about your first impressions.
Okay. So it was really neat, obviously, walking down the little hallway and having to walk up the stairs. And like, at first you're like, I don't know where to go. And then you see a sign like telling you where to go. But
Nicely labeled, very
yeah,
good.
They're really cool. So yeah, you walk in and I was greeted nicely. And like the bins are kind of high. I'm kind of short. So like, you know, I was able to see all of them through the back, because sometimes if they're like really high up, I don't really get to see the few in the back.
Yeah.
Like, I have to like lift them up to see what it is.
See, I have the opposite problem where like when they stack records on the bottom, like, you know, they have two tiers, I can't look at the bottom ones.
Yeah.
You were in the prime position to look at the
On
bottom.
the bottom, and then when I get to the top, it's like blocked. So.
Yeah. I really like the modern like aesthetic type. It was
Right.
like right in between like a divey type bar, again, no negative connotation with that, in a more like modern looking
Yeah.
like store, like boutique, if you will.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not in a bad way, but like an Urban Outfitter kind of vibe, you know.
But
you know
cooler, but cooler.
like those stores are like set up neat, you know, or whatever, and it
Yeah,
is like set up
absolutely.
in that kind of way, in that like visual merchandising kind of like
Yeah.
view, which
Yeah.
I love. So
The selections are great. Honestly, I found some weird used stuff. I don't know if anybody remembers the R&B group Guy. I didn't pick this record up, so it's but like I came this close. Think pre Blackstreet, and you'll have Guy. It's phenomenal. But yeah, they had a really good selection of new and used. They were all mixed in together, which for me a lot of the times is super overwhelming, because it's like a lot of times I just don't want to look at used crappy records. There were no crappy records. It was all very carefully curated, priced accordingly. Their new stuff was priced a little bit high. I don't mind paying extra because I know I'm supporting a independent business.
Yep.
So like a little bit higher than I could get it on Discogs or Amazon or whatever, I'm fine with paying that extra price. But I think what stole the show was the bar.
I think so, yeah. Like we were able to take a little break and sit at the bar and get a beer.
Get a little buzz on before we go spend more money. You know?
And then we get up and go. But can I mention they had freaking cup holders, like these little fold-out things.
Attached to the bins.
Yeah, attached to the bins where you're like digging and, you know, here, place your drink here.
Well, I didn't even notice because I had
I noticed it.
I had a beer in my hand and I was like, how am I supposed to properly flip through these records?
And I'm like,
And you fold it down and I'm like,
yeah.
so whose idea that was, whoever it was,
great.
good job
Yeah,
brilliant.
that was really cool.
It is not the only record store that has a bar built into it, but out of the ones I've been to that do, right now I think this one does it the best because it does, the bar doesn't feel like an afterthought, the store doesn't feel like an afterthought. Maybe we'll go to a show there one day and have the same sentiment about the venue.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. And
Yeah,
right in the middle of downtown. I think there was like a Pride event going on.
Yeah, so parking was a little like,
But I'm sure
crazy,
on a normal Saturday you'd be fine. But it was nice to see all the people being happy and like celebrating. And we were celebrating with them. But yeah, it was a good time. What else you got to say?
nothing. I mean, it was good. Those like cup holders blew me away. The beer was really good. You know, I even liked the one you got and the one I got.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Good beers. I think you got like a seltzer, but overall, yeah. And again, friendly atmosphere, clean. I liked the little lounge area that they had off
Right.
to the side.
Little like magazines and
Books and like music related things like that. It was very, very cool. It was very inviting. I didn't feel weird sitting down, and that's a big thing for me. I get a lot of like social anxiety, so if I feel weird about doing something, I likely won't do it. But no one there made me feel weird. The person running the bar was
Very
super
nice.
cool, very nice. I didn't catch their name, so I apologize if you're watching this. But I can't. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about was their branding. Not necessarily like their logo. Like they have a cool logo. I'm wearing it. It's fine. It's a really cool logo. They have some cool shirts. Every record in that store, whether it's new or used, comes in a sleeve. Obviously, it has the sticker on it telling you what it is. And then to the left of that little description is their logo. Not only that, on the right-hand side of the jacket is another sticker, which I think just from a customer standpoint and someone who appreciates little things like that is brilliant because you're taking it home with you. Even if you don't buy a sticker for $1 or something like that, you're taking it home with you, and I think that is phenomenal.
yeah. I like how the description of it, you know,
Yep.
it also has really good descriptions on the sides of what it is.
Because I've bought records off like cover art, not knowing the band name.
Right.
And just like they were like $4 or $5 records. It was like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna buy this. It would be nice to know to at least know the name of the band I'm buying, even if I don't know the band.
Right. Yeah. And it kind of makes it easier to like flip through too. You know, in my case, since everything was a little taller, so I had, you know, I could flip through and see the artist and
Yep.
the album like on the little sticker, you know, so I didn't have to lift it up to like see what it was.
There's something about that record store. A lot of the times when I go into them, I put myself in a position where I know what I'm gonna get. Like I know what I'm looking for. I went in here with no expectations and really kind of dug through stuff, found stuff that I forgot I liked, found stuff I'm like, man, I haven't heard this in years. I doubt it holds up, but like I haven't heard this in years. It played to everyone's music taste, and it has everything from metal to punk to funk to soul to folk music to world
Jazz.
music, like everything.
Good.
It is not the biggest selection in the world, but it is big enough to where I think at one point there was like 20, 25 people in the store, and it didn't feel crowded. Overall, an absolutely wonderful
Yeah.
experience.
I wouldn't say 25 people.
I don't know.
I was like, wait.
Maybe
Because
15.
it was kind of small. Like, yeah, I would say 10 to 15. It was small, but it was
Okay.
nice. And
Okay.
it looked cool. Like, it had
Yeah.
that industrial, like, you're in this, like, cool old building kind of. Like, it was neat.
Would you say it was close to the Foot Clan layer from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Probably.
All right, you want to get to our pickups?
Sure. You're going first.
I'm going first because I want you to tell the story of yours.
Okay.
She has to tell the story. I mean, who doesn't like the Talking Heads? This is one of the few I have left to complete the discography. Fear of Music has my second favorite Talking Heads song, Life During Wartime. Nothing crazy about this one. It's a 2013 remaster. New, didn't buy it used. One of those things where I said I know I can get it cheaper, but I'd rather give my money to a local business. And also these are the stickers I was talking about, our awesome
Yeah.
studio lights. They're just messing up.
Nice.
Yep. It's just, it's great because you're taking a piece of them home.
Right.
And that's super cool. The last one is a record that I think I owned at one point, got rid of it, couldn't find it for a while, found it again just now, but I've been on a super Conor Oberst kick lately. That's Bright Eyes Desperados, like all those. And Conor Oberst and the Mystic Valley Band. It's a great record that I'm almost positive I owned at one point, but I wanted to pick it up again. You pulled this out of the bin for me, and you're like, oh, and I'm like, As far as his quote-unquote solo stuff goes, I count this as solo stuff. This is one of my favorites for sure. If you get yourself a chance, definitely pick this up.
Yeah, my new favorite thing is like, do you have this? Do you have this? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
'Cause
your
it's-
answer, you know, depends on a lot. So.
Yeah, it does, truly.
Okay.
You gotta show him.
Well,
I'm very proud of
duh.
this one.
Yeah, it's great. So, it's Michael Bolton, Soul Provider. Oh, the light. I'm the worst at this. All right. So yeah. So there's a song on here. When I was very, very young, probably like before I could remember.
What song?
I wasn't gonna say what song.
What song is it?
When I'm back on my feet again. When I was really young, for some reason, it would make me cry. And so there were, you know, times that...
Times in certain instances in your life where you were a 3-year-old, the song would come on and you would just start tearing up.
Yeah, and I was, probably even younger than 3. Like,
Just be glad they don't have TikTok
my grandpa
now.
took me out of a grocery store because it was playing, and he was just like, poor baby, let's leave.
Yep. So she saw that. It was
It's
like
freaking sad.
it was like $4 or $8 or something.
$9, and I'm like, yeah, childhood.
Super clean copy. Like, can't hate that, right?
I would probably cry if we played it, so I was like, we're getting it, but we probably won't play it that much, because, I don't know, it's sad, right? Whenever you're a little baby, you don't even know. You just know it sounds sad, I guess.
True. So one day we will go to a record store, I guarantee it, where we're like, we weren't that impressed. But so far, North Carolina has proven to be wonderful with the independent record stores. So if you're ever visiting or you're just getting into collecting, Poorhouse is a really good place to start, along with our previous video on Sorry State. Those 2 record stores right now are key for people who just want to go, maybe discover some new music, or just pick something up that they're going to like. Because those 2 stores, in our experience, have had a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
Really good selection.
yeah.
It's fun.
Do you have any final words?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Those are good final words. For Vinyl Reckoning, my name is Matt.
I'm Stacy.
You'll be easy. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.